Yes, he does. And he gets that premier Jarvan pick for himself. We've got Viktor in as well. So the front-to-back team fighting looks really, really solid. As we saw yesterday, Braum can round out this kind of competition really, really well and kind of guarantee that your front-to-back team fight is pretty much unmatchable because you can't kill the backline past him. We're going to get River for engaging. I'm expecting a Gnar at some point for FakeGod to kind of round that out as well. So one of these, will they find a more dynamic composition, or will they try to find team fight to team fight power? With an Ahri going in, this is clearly much more about picks because you cannot match the team fight DPS in this comp right now.
Yep, definitely going to be the case here. 100 Thieves have a lot of possibilities for creating plays, while Dignitas, the most standard carries in the meta right now. So let's see, what are you going to try and ban away? Some safety from Jinx. Usually pairing Jinx with some sort of defensive option there. So Tom Kench off the table. We saw how effective TK could be yesterday.
Tryndamere gone away. I mean, Ssumday obviously has been a really big factor. He no longer has the 100% win rate on the Tryndamere. 100 Thieves have had a little bit of trouble playing around a fed top lane. I can remember some Jace games, some Trynd games where they couldn't convert.
I don't think that they have this split. I think
really?
this split, 100 Thieves, Ssumday has won them so many games. I really do think that is outdated. He has done it on the Tryndamere in almost every single game that he got it, and even in the game that they lost with him on it, he still performed well on it. Plus, he has also done it on, the Graves as well. Honestly, I think that they have been able to win with him being fed really, really frequently.
I'm saying so he's been really good, and I mean, I will just agree to disagree with you on this point, that he's been very good, and his Tryndamere is excellent. I just have found that their conversion of those leads has felt a bit lacking. Compared to the top of the table, I have felt like a team like Cloud9 has converted those better than 100 Thieves has. Not they can't do it, not they're practicing it. I've just seen them drop the ball occasionally. That's all I'm going to say. Moving on, though, we've got the rest of the draft. Rakan coming in for some engage. Xayah, Rakan back together again. Fun to see. We'll see if it's going to be a crit-focused or a more spell-weaving-focused Xayah build here for FBI.
Yeah, I would definitely put my money on the lethality Muramana build, but the auto-attacking crit build has still been used in the LPL, so it's definitely an option. There is your Gnar that you're looking for FakeGod. And again, kind of the standard team fight setup here for Dig is what we're expecting. Rounded out here for Biofrost. Ooh, maybe a little bit of extra spice to further accentuate these team fighting powers.
Yeah, I mean, you're looking at, dominant laners here. Lulu tends to be pretty good into Rakan. Turns out that he doesn't have enough damage to actually finish threatening someone, and so you can just sort of be a better team fight carry, but goes to the Thresh instead. You can flay Rakan out of his engage. You can flay him out of the W. It'll cancel the build if you get him before he gets to location. That can look really, really good. If you can mind game the dash backwards, you can flay that out as well. So if you're really on point, you can stymie practically the entire champion here, plus bring to safety if needed, if there is Vic going on. Obviously, while you're charmed, while you're knocked up, you can't click it, but we'll see if Bio can keep people safe. Now it's into the top side here. We know the Gnar's been picked up, and as the time ticks down, we are going to see Lucian. It is Ssumday once again. It is going to be a lot about him.
That's what I want to see from this spring's 100 Thieves. To me, that has been their most successful, identity of this team moving forward. It has been Ssumday and Closer, massive carries for this team, and they're putting more deserved faith in him, letting him pick the Lucian up there on the top side. He's very versatile, still picks the orange, still picks the Malphite, as we saw yesterday, but gonna get another chance at the carry time.
I like to see it. Alrighty, Lucian in the top lane, and 100 Thieves looking to end Dignitas' season here. If they want to stay alive, they must win this. Let's see it happen.
She got robbed! Taking more time to find them!
Hold on. And this is before we even take. Yes! Let's go! We're one cup down and you want to FF?
The degeneracy of Mr. Dash. More beer pong next week after LCS on Sundays, so we'll see you then, everyone.
Day of the regular season of Spring Split 2022. If you're a 100 Thieves fan, an Evil Genius fan, a FlyQuest fan, or a Golden Guardians fan, you are all rooting for 100 Thieves right now. 100 Thieves have the chance at getting a first or second place seed with the win, and it would also guarantee EG Fly and Golden Guardians would lock playoffs, as Dig could no longer catch them if they were to fall to 7 and 11. Obviously, Dig fans hoping they can keep it going, keep pace with those playoff teams, and make their way in. That's going to be the hope.
Lucian top and playoffs, Phreak.
Yeah.
A classic North American fairy tale. Love this combination. Oh, I'm so excited for this one. Ssumday gets his hand on the Lucian. Very, very aggressive counter pick. Need to play it very offensively, trading very heavily into the Gnar frequently. And so obviously that is going to be a big point of contention for the junglers. Closer for 100 Thieves technically has options in all 3 lanes, but the Lucian is going to be the most fragile and the one that's going to draw the most amount of help. So no surprise, it is going to be a bottom side start for Closer, and Ssumday also starting out with the deep ward on River's blue to suss out that it is also going to be a bottom side start for River for Dignitas. So both junglers will be pathing up there to this very, very volatile lane.
Something trying to find some damage somewhere, but FakeGod going to stay in the brush. Knows that, dash forward double auto is going to hurt a lot. It's pretty easy to get press the attack on. Okay, going to go for Q instead to play with minions. But yeah, FakeGod knows he wants to play it pretty defensively. Blue going to go for a little bit of poke here. Has gone for Ahri, so E-poke is the name of the game. Electrocute on the Ahri, much more about the all-in pressures. We'll see if Blue can win the poke war here.
Phreak, look at the mini map.
There we go. There we go. All right, Lucian does not have a dash. Needs more minions. I think he needs more than just one. So now Ssumday gonna miss the flash. I think he tried to predict it.
No way! No way did we just have 2 missed flashes! Whoa!
I will say, if Rivers was predictive to block a flash dodge, Ssumday's was definitely an oopsie.
Okay, everybody take a deep breath. Exciting game here. We got a Lucian top, and we've got a repeat gank on mid. Closer's back.
Good stun. Flash. Oh, just gets out from the charm. Even trades back at the end. So ends up being equal health there on Blue's side. Abbeddage could have gone for a flash charm to guarantee it. Thought he had it anyway, and Blue gets out.
Whew. Okay. So on Jarvan, when you're expecting flashes, you can do your flash while you're in your EQ animation to try and transfer the knockup. And we're gonna get a look at it here. But Ssumday was just walking, and so River ends up flashing over him, which makes you think, oh, he should be out free now. But you have to walk all the way to this spot, and even though River did not hit him with his flash, he got in front of him to that sweet spot on the rock where you have the distance to flash over.
Yeah.
So he was body blocking him from the spot up there on the rock, which is right there where you want to be able to flash over the thick part. And you have seen many people fail that. But that is the case. While you didn't get your knockup on the Jarvan by flashing over, you got priority on the spot. That's something wanted to go over for. Now back to mid lane.
Alrighty, well, Abbeddage once again. Poke, Blue has not taken this first recall yet, just kind of chugging through biscuits right now off the early gank. Again, able to flash away to safety, and then through consumables, is able to stay in the lane here. Using them as late as possible, as far as your mana bar is concerned, will give you the most total mana, so goes to 2 mana, presses the biscuit, gets the 40 flat, gets the 10% missing, and gets to play for a few more waves here. So I assume he's trying to get really to a lost chapter if possible. Would love to play the landing phase for another couple of waves and get that buy. Nice, it's gonna land. Biofrost, ooh, the flay is late! He doesn't pull FBI in, and ultimately, I think the Chompers so far forward, a flay would have gotten them off the Chompers, so miscoordination there. Neocasting him, I think, too far, back, and ultimately not allowing a Bifrost play to work. And, well, it's going to be FBI down. A flash, though, still a good hook.
Yeah, exactly. Still get the summoner spell out here from the Xayah, and this is way before level 6 safety with that ultimate available. So Dignitas, maybe River now can look bottom as well. I mean, his flash is going to be timed with Ssumday's flash because they were in quick succession. So bottom and top side could both be options for River. And when you are Jarvan, you do want to get a lot of these frequent lane interactions in the early stages of the game. So back out to Krugs. He has the options of clearing up towards the Lucian or trying to make something happen down here.
I do want to point out, actually, because of rune choices, River's flash will actually be a solid maybe 30 seconds faster than Ssumday's. So does have the opportunity, even though he went flash or flash, of going flash for nothing next time around in that small window. It's a tight one, but it is possible.
Yeah, and he flashed slightly before Ssumday flashed.
34 seconds!
So a couple of seconds there. Cosmic Insight goes a long way, though, and it looks like he's taken option number 1, Phreak, the bottom side, where they just boot FBI's flash, and there goes Bio.
Ooh, double knockup. That was really clean out of Huhi. He knew what play was coming in, does it beautifully to stop it out.
Closer comes down for the possible counter, but he comes over the Scuttle Crab, so Dignitas know we have to pull off of this play. No over chase here, and should now be sights on Lucian, because you can't just hang around bottom lane forever as a jungler, so River should clear up towards his blue quadrant of the camps, and then look at punishing Ssumday being flashless again. It's pretty tight on the timing as we have our eyes on that one.
All right, the calling doesn't do a whole lot. FakeGod almost gets warmed by it instead, and we're gonna now push on to the wave as, well, Ssumday, despite the first blood and the fact that the kill went to FakeGod, is still in control of the lane. Turns out Psychonifix worked, that even without a 400 gold lead.
Are you propositioning we change the culling to the cooling or something like that? Some heat-related joke?
I did it like years ago where a Lucian kills a Braum, and it's like, wow, being from the Freljord, he wouldn't get cold so easily. And so it was a callback to a joke no one remembers but me from like 6 years ago.
Ah, okay. The inner workings, the machinations of Phreak's mind.
Yeah. Actually, I think Gnar as well is a Vandal City Freljord hybrid as far as the card is concerned. So
count it. More value on that joke, baby.
Yeah. All right, we're gonna move forward. I am not focused today. I'm really sorry. I'm ramping up slow today. Maybe in the tiebreakers I'll be.
That's okay. So is this game.
Yeah. Oh, nice ward goes down. Biofrost sees it though, and he's like, "Hey, thanks for 10 gold. Get some XP as well." He's already sweeping, so it's like just full value, you know? He's already looking for something. Abbeddage and Huhi showing up. A little Vistaya combo going on here. Get the type synergies going. I wonder if they're weak to electric as well. Because like there's so many of them are birds, you know, that I feel like that's just keep that one going.
Yeah, you definitely lost me. So I'm just going to look at the possible roams here from Abbeddage, clearing out some river vision. The flash for Ssumday that we had our eyes on did come back up during that duration, so now has a lot more safety up here to play aggressively on the Lucian, and since we have had the junglers reset to this top side of the map, the level 6s are going to be the big determining factors there. As you can see, FakeGod off of the kill, very happy with his placement. Top of the gold charts here.
Definitely defensive, of course, with the steel caps and the ruby crystal. Synergistic stats there. River and closer. Oh, he's right there! Gets the knockup through the dash as well. Ssumday's days are numbered, and he goes down. A follow through for closer, a flashback. Rocket coming across the map, not gonna land for anything. Abbeddage on the way soon, gets the shield, gets the 2 for nothing. FakeGod gets paid, and he tanks the charm, making sure they're all good to go. Dignitas absolutely crushing in topside.
Yep, Dignitas today looking good, Phreak. They are collecting cash all over this top lane. Again, River right at Ssumday as he's going into the brush. Nicely timed on his EQ. And they immediately delete this Lucian. This very volatile, risky pick for the top lane, Phreak. 0-2 start for it, 0-3 start for 100 Thieves. And Dignitas are extremely happy here.
This is looking pretty nice. We are seeing the makings of an Eclipse, it looks like, for FBI down there. So it's going to be the caster Xayah build. Talk about that more in the future, but the fact that, yeah, you've got a 3-kill Gnar who's going to cash in, get parts of his Trinity Force, that's going to feel very good. Maybe the whole breaker, we'll see which way he goes. 100 Thieves, though, putting some pressure on the bottom side, and Dignitas afraid of getting tower dove. No one's even here, but seems like they don't even know, and drop some CS.
Just nicely timed here, as they can see Ssumday heading towards the brush. Jumps over with the blast cone, still hits him while he's dashing there with that EQ. And then closer, he wants to actually follow this, but River's not going to run away. And with the Gnar ultimate, FakeGod just collects that one as well, so it's a double kill for him. This is the best start FakeGod has ever had, I feel like, in Spring Split. Honestly, 3 kills for him. He has every single kill for Dignitas. Mega Gnar hulking out.
That's really good. He's on the way to Hullbreaker. Plenty of armor to stack that up as well, so should look pretty good against Lucian as time goes on. Has Grasp for the landing phase. Have seen Conqueror in some of these more vulnerable matchups to have better late game scrapping, but now 100 Thieves are playing up for the Rift Herald. No one's the bottom lane. Thresh going to be there a little bit late, so right now 100 Thieves have the numbers, it feels like. And ultimately Dignitas say, well, we can attack some wards. River's still waiting. Coming around. Somebody's going to go through the closer. And will there be a team fight? FakeGod does not have Mega Gnar, does not have an easy way in, and so that's going to be Dignitas walking up to say, it's yours.
Yes, but they also have the mid lane pushing, so they can get early route in there while FakeGod is gonna...
Just burns down, takes a risky route back, gets the engage, found well in a Huhi. Burns every cooldown, but gets what he wants. That's one on the board finally for 100 Thieves. River wants to steal some of this camp if he can. And there's the smite. He's gonna knock it down with the Iron Spike Whip, and eventually he'll EQ back to safety.
Oh man, FakeGod giving up that bounty to the 100 Thieves when all 5 members exited up towards the top side of the map. And guess what? This Lucian, Ssumday, he is slingshotted right back into the game. You get the bounty shut down, and you get your Rift Herald on the top turret. Getting these turret plates, this is massive for correcting the course of this game for 100 Thieves. An absolutely terrible opening for them with constant pressure from River up towards the top side, punishing them. But in the blink of an eye, Phreak, in one top side play, it is corrected for 100 Thieves. They are back on track.
And he's back up in gold now, right? He's gotten 300 gold from turret plays at this point in time. So with the CS lead, and even though, he was 2 kills down, the shutdown adds in. And so he's winning the matchup again, maybe by less than he's expecting to. You're probably supposed to be up more than 200 gold at this point, but still winning right now. A nice play back in. Bauer's going to buy some time, but Neo, days are numbered. Lantern back to safety, heals as well, and Closer just pops to get the kill. A new pelt to get some new shoes. Is now Neo going to get away from the damage out of the Ahri, and looks like Smite is down for 6 more seconds. River's E was on cooldown, puts it back down. It's claimed by Xayah, and FBI going to go in for a bit more. Going to get the flash over by Blue, stays alive for now. Huhi gets the charm. A stopwatch for Biofrost. Jinx rockets needed. Neo can't quite find the kill, but Blue, surely it's going to work. Gets double laser, goes for the third, and inside the pit, it's a slaughter. You may have gotten the dragon, but Dignitas took your head.
It's a party, Phreak. This game is popping off. What a scramble over this dragon fight. In the end, the extra kills go into Dignitas, and they get their lead right back. Can Ssumday do anything? He knows he's alone up here with FakeGod for the time being. Everybody else just scrapping and dying around out by the dragon. Closer's not done, though.
Yeah, Chompers, he wants to kite through them, of course, if he can, but nice try there. FakeGod actually loses his flash getting away as Biofrost shows up a little bit later. He can't save that cooldown from his teammate, but well done to Closer finding that kill into Neo.
Yeah, and so Ssumday burned the flash by just the aggression on FakeGod. I'm assuming that's why the culling was at a diagonal there, and FakeGod was forced to flash down the lane towards Biofrost, towards his Thresh. So well done there by Ssumday. He pushed him off the tower, was able to get the Summoner Spell advantage in what he knew to be 1v1 for that amount of time. Once the recalls come in, though, or once the respawns come in, the reset here swinging right back for 100 Thieves. Closer also picking up the bounty, and Xayah getting a turret plate. So here's another look at it. Closer goes in pretty early, but does survive long enough to get a decent amount of burst damage onto River. The critical part was that he also did not have spike cooldown, and Closer's not done.
Jeez, Neo getting solo killed. That was the rocket from this replay, and it was a pretty good start there. We saw River put the damage down. I think that one still went 4-2 overall. Plus 2 kills for Dragon seems pretty good as Bio's going to set it up. Play in with the Lantern there as well, and Closer can ult for some HP. FBI got to try to deal some damage. Actually, they've got enough because the man's already on his first major item, and the burst damage is too much for poor River.
This is just so funny to watch. Who's jumping on who, Phreak? Volibear uses the ultimate, and then Jarvan jumping on the Volibear's back, but because the E was coming down there, he gets the shield as well as the burst damage, and they take down River as well. Absolute scrap fest here in this game. Both teams not stopping anytime soon.
Yep. I'm going to spend some time now since we've seen that kill come through, talk a little bit about caster Xayah. It's about 50-50, which kind of build you want to go for. I think both are pretty strong, whether you're going for like a crit auto attack build, Kraken or Gale Force, or an Eclipse option.
The Eclipse option, I will say, is more popular in pro play currently.
Sure, yeah. As far as solo queue,
as far as popularity.
Yeah, valid here.
Yeah.
But both I think are strong in their own context. Real quick, there might be a play. All right, but basically, I want to kind of dispel some of the idea that, like, oh, it's a lethality build, it's not good against tanks, because the only lethality item you really buy is Eclipse, and that item has % health damage on it in the first place.
Yeah.
So it's not really countered by tanks, because you're going to get Manamune, you're going to buy a Cyrildas, and guess what? Those are solid against tanks. It's a burst to your build, right? It's one where you're going to go for all your damage very early on, get the one pullback. FakeGod should be able to transform for health and stay alive, but his Q's on cooldown. Past it, never gets the spells off, actually. Never goes for a wallop, never goes for a Gnar, never transforms, and the flash stun from Closer makes it happen. Suddenly a kill down on a FakeGod. You can trade back a turret maybe on the Dignitas side though.
Yep, because they see closer up on the top side that allows the River to push with blue, so they get paid at least in tower trades, but 100 Thieves will get 2 towers plus the kill for themselves, and taking away currently that blue quadrant of the jungle. I wonder if they can actually finish it though.
Looking at this one as River and Blue are like, wait a second, Blue is gone. Can we get there? No, it's going to be smited away. Well done by Closer, but they like Ssumday. He's flashes, they know it. The flash slow is enough. Now the dash is down. Your ult would always work. Of course, doesn't want to burn the cooldown, and in fact, doesn't have to. The flash of the slow is enough for him, and they knocked that one down in trade.
Yeah, and this bottom side tower is going to be cleaned up by FBI, so the Xayah getting more money to fund that build. Nice CS lead there for FBI and Huhi as well. Out of laning phase now. One more to push in before resetting. And Dragon is in 40 seconds. Plenty of time to reset here. You've only got 12 seconds on Ssumday's death timer, so he will revive in time to get there for the Dragon fight. If the fireworks continue, and I do expect them to continue, Phreak, this is going to be Dragon Soul Point.
4 months early, but apparently it's already July here in the US, and we're going to have some fireworks pretty soon. 20 seconds until that Dragon spawns, as you mentioned. Herald will go to Dignitas. First one had gone to 100 Thieves. It was a top tower crash. They eventually knocked that one down. We know mid is already gone, and Dig are heading towards top side.
So interesting, yeah. This signals that they are going to give up Dragon Soul Point in favor of hard pushing on top side. Because they keep Blue up here and he has no teleport, they can bring the Rift Herald and try and push for 2 towers, while they think that 100 Thieves are going to commit to the Dragon. They're committing 2 players, so a decent amount of defense still here for 100 Thieves. Let's see what they can do about it.
Really efficient, right? Realizing, okay, they're not going to do anything up here or down here, so they can do it with only 2 people. The Xayah does a lot to burn that one down, and now the attempted defense here. Blue will be charmed, and again, and knocked up the flash in time. Xayah's here, cannot find the pullback just yet. Blue puts his spells down, now trying to find that kill. FBI dangerously low. No ulti means that is a kill possibility for River. One more auto he can root, and he's going to sidestep it. Beautifully done by River. The rest of the team getting away, but Volibear over the top finds that kill. River still in the chase, and FBI has a pullback very soon. The flag gonna knock him down, but the chase is in. Ssumday gets his second kill of the fight. 400 Thieves, the battle definitely won.
Going back in, baby!
And River in the brush, FakeGod nearby, but only 1/3 of the Gnar bar. Grabs the boomerang, gets a cooldown back, flash the knockup, but now closes in for the stun. He's gonna get the rest of this one. The slow could be enough. They probably knock him down. Gnar can try to transform, will be able to, but is it gonna really matter? The quick lantern to safety. River's gonna stay alive, but FakeGod will drop 100 Thieves 3-1.
What a wild game. Dig, they call for FakeGod to teleport in there in the back, thinking they're going to re-engage, but still outnumbered because of the extra kill picked up by 100 Thieves. So they just turn on FakeGod. They get the flash out of him and get the extra kill, even with River escaping down there with Biofrost. Another big swing right back. And remember, this all started with attempting the defense on the secondary tower here, and that tower does still stand. So they didn't have to trade the Dragon for the secondary tower either, even though we get into this crazy long chase over the back of the Baron pit. Closer jumps over, they pick up this kill. Ssumday gonna dash forward and force all of these cooldowns out of Dignitas. So really big win in both kills for 100 Thieves, but also the objective game, because coming out of this replay, they will be sitting at Dragon Soul Point with maybe like 4 minutes left on the next Dragon to be a very, very early Dragon Soul. FakeGod as well, you know, he teleported and flashed out to that play, so now he has no summoner spells ready for the next one.
Now, Dignitas have now fallen behind in gold. What a great start it was. 3-0 in the top lane. And sadly for FakeGod, he is now 3-3 in the gold. He went from up 1,000 to down 200, plus the 3 Dragons on the team side. By recollection, they are still undefeated in games. They've gotten the first Dragon, and about to make that one still happen here. Dignitas are fighting for their playoff lives. With a loss, they are eliminated and cannot make the top 6.
Okay, so game definitely still within reach for Dignitas. Yes, they are down 3 dragons, but as long as you don't give up the soul, that giant advantage never comes to fruition. So it's going to be about their next team fight and trying to set up early at the objective before 100 Thieves. Problem is, they've lost now all of their outer towers. So they have no extra defense to try and move from, and 100 Thieves will retain vision control of the river.
Bottom river indeed. 2 minutes until that one comes up. Mountain Soul, a huge dub to make it pretty easy to survive into the burst damage coming through from Dignitas. Abbeddage still going to control those wards. In fact, there are several of them, 3 on the screen right now. River going to be able to find one to knock it down, but Could be a charm combo. Not going to go for it there. Maybe not in range. Didn't want to put himself up. Who knows? But Dignitas still going to fight now for their way out of the river, out of the jungle. We're going to grab some more gold and still playing the split push. 211 CS on a Viktor. Highest in the game. Certainly going to be a huge carry threat. He keeps pushing forward. Shadow Flame is in to help him one-shot a backliner. I think for generic damage, I still prefer Lich Bane, but is going for a bursty build. Wants to maybe one-shot the Lucian.
Yeah, basically anybody but Volibear.
You know, gonna find that charm pretty soon. Blue not gonna be easy way out. Does have some bonus help, but it's going to be enough. Low health from Abbeddage, but now Closer gonna be there on the chase. The rocket will not quite land, and Blue can't get the rest of it. Side 7 for as long as possible, but fancy footwork will not save you.
Yeah, he wants to one-shot anyone but the Volibear. Turns out the Volibear is right in your face, and you're dead. Nice little move here from 100 Thieves, cutting him off as he's trying to push out. Blue will have an Unleashed teleport as well once he revives, so all is not lost for Dig. They're still hoping beyond hope that this next dragon fight, they can somehow come out with a consistent win. I mean, if you have a Jarvan plus Gnar combination, you can get some big AoE combos done, and they will have the damage behind it. You point out, there's a lot of burst behind a Viktor that does go Ludens plus Shadow Flame. So if you just land that CC and set it up for him, maybe you can get a big laser ultimate combination over the back line and get Dignitas right back into this one. 100 Thieves, though.
Yep.
All that's left. One more real big step here.
10 seconds, and Dignitas not willing to walk into that little bit of water. They're going to go ahead and say, okay, we'll play through the bottom lane. Yes, the wave is in. That's too bad. And right now, the Lucian pushing in mid. But they didn't feel safe coming through that middle section there, through those wards. So they're going to come through the bottom side. They've got Scuttle Vision, down to 4K on the Dragon, and the Smite Fight's coming soon. It's going to be Closer, and it's going to go to Blue. Dignitas claim it, and Closer low on the way out. 1K health, throws an ulti. No, actually no ulti, but has a flash. Then goes Abbeddage, can't find the play just yet. Blue now going to get knocked over the front line. They dive right on in. Viktor, so low, but he's got health. He's got health, and they win it. A 3-for-0, and now the rest of it's going to come through. FBI going to fall. Blue survives the engagement. It's time to run across.
That's why they hope Phreak Dignitas pull this game right back. What a roller coaster. That's going to be Baron and the denial of the Mountain Soul. What a clutch fight from Dignitas.
Wow, Blue on the slimmest of margins. Merc Treads gets out of the stun. Shadow Flame's health helps him to live, and he just walks away. A 4-for-0. Blue's back in the map to defend the bottom side. No one's going to kill this Baron, and Dignitas went from down soul point, down in gold, to up almost 3K and running the map.
I mean, this has been such a back-and-forth game, Phreak. The advantages exchanged over and over and over.
Well, the Rocket flipped the switch, replay. 100 Thieves looking to make this play happen, and yeah, FakeGod tumbling away. That charm combo looks so good, and they nearly one-shot Blue. 110 HP left, and they just cannot quite finish the damage. Little bit, like one more auto attack lands that could have been enough.
All right, hearts pumping again. 2.3, now 2.4 thousand gold lead for Dignitas. And they've got time to work with too. Baron buff on is going to allow them to push right back out. This last outer tower on the bottom side of the map will be more gold into their pockets.
Tower's going to fall down here. Blue's going to share in local gold. That is half the value, of course, is being nearby. 3K, once again, the lead here. And how much more can Dignitas do? Plus 1900 in the Red Bull Baron power play. Closer wants to fight for his blue buff, but you know, River's here with the man himself, so looks like it's going to be long to Dignitas. Mid lane going to be pressured. FakeGod, you have to dodge the charm. Sidesteps the first route. Charm's going to be easy against the wall, but at this point, no one's range for any more damage. You've already got Xayah heading back, so out they go. Bot lane tier 2 falls. 800 more gold added to the coffers. Gold lead goes to 4,000.
All right, what are the angles here? Baron, 1 minute and 40 seconds still left here for Dig. Top tower really, really low, but they don't have any minion waves to work with, so they're just kind of fishing around in the jungle. Mid lane pushed up here, but should be cleared out by 100 Thieves. So 100 Thieves should be able to try and defend the rest of this push here. Blue walks it up with the buff, with the laser range, so another tower accrued, and you can see them keeping Ssumday split pushing on the bottom side there with that Lucian. Not super threatening to Dig with the power of their Baron, though, and they collect so much gold here, Phreak. Huge, huge, huge resurgence from this team.
Absolutely. Well done to them, because their backs were against the wall. We heard from Biofrost at the beginning of the week I think it was like even after their first loss. I think it may have been high in Pro to Pro, I don't remember, but it was like, yeah, well, if we don't make playoffs, it's because we screwed up last week and failed to win. And like we knew it was going to be a tough week against 3 top teams. Like we knew we were probably out once that happened. But we also heard from today where he's like, well, of the teams this week, 100 Thieves is the easiest for us. It's not easy. They're really good, but we think this things we can attack. And against their lives, against all odds, they haven't beat a single other playoff team except 100 Thieves. They're 3-0 against it so far in the year, and it's like, if we want to stay alive, how about 4?
I mean, yesterday we saw TSM with one of the biggest stomps of the LCS. We saw Immortals then with another one of the biggest stomps of the LCS. The bottom of the standings, not playing around, Phreak.
No. But they're going to push in this one, and that's going to be a turret falling. Well done so far. Dignitas knocked that one down, and gold lead now 5.7. 100 Thieves have lost a lot now as they look for the next move back into this game. Now, they can wait a while, certainly. You can give up a dragon, you can give up the next dragon, you can play for Soul later on. They can find that pick, they get Soul, and they bring that game right back.
All right. 45 seconds. Should be plenty of time to reset, fill up those control wards. See slots for everybody on Dignitas. Randuin's Omen also done for FakeGod. Frontline getting really tanky. I mean, this much gold. Now, the previous Dragon Soul fight that they were approaching with some desperation. Just trying to burn it down and go for the 50-50. But this one, they are approaching with a huge item lead and a lot more power. 20 seconds on the clock as they try and fight for that vision leading up. They do see Ahri on the mini-map, so they know that it can, at most, be 4 members of 100 Thieves.
There's the vision. Charm out of 2. FakeGod hops away, but the front line's going to drop right away. Biofrost down and a safety for Huhi right now, but the rocket's going to land. Trading supports back, a stopwatch burn right away, and here comes FakeGod forward. Getting attacked, staying alive though. They find one, traded back. Again, the kills go back and forth. Abbeddage on 1 HP, burns down, and Jinx keeps going. Jinx keeps going. Neo in for a double kill. And just like that, it's Dignitas farther ahead than last time. Dragon a formality. Team fight victory 4-2.
And they should be able to continue the push after this. The death timer's really long now on 100 Thieves, so plenty of time for Dig to push up here on bottom lane. Dragon number 2 acquired. And let's see what kind of damage they can actually do to the structures. Closer's up now. 10 seconds on FBI. Huhi's up as well, so they can threaten the engage.
Lose all the way up to Zonia's for the next time as well, so very hard for him to die to anything here. Huhi wants to find that flank, but no one's going to deal damage just yet. Abbeddage, no teleport. Ssumday does, but it's in 10 seconds. Ward goes down to see what's going on. Will they hem them in somehow? Will Blue and Neo be picked off per chance? As Huhi gets rid of a control ward.
Huhi can ward for a deep teleport here from Ssumday to come too, but Biofrost is in the area for a lantern.
They got to group up. They got to group up because here come the TPs. They're going to look for the desperation play, and I understand the idea. 100 Thieves need something as FakeGod and Ssumday do battle. Ssumday could be winning this one by a lot. 1k health off the Gnar. Here comes the fly out, and yeah, no play for Huhi. The still poke out from Ssumday, and now Blue, nowhere to go. Gonna burn a stopwatch, getting away, a knock-up in for River. Huhi low, but not just yet. Blue knocks him down. 1 for 1 though, jungle for support, but locked in the Cataclysm. And it's a slaughter just like episode 3 of Arcane. Jinx forcing everyone to die. Spoilers, but it's Dignitas walking away victorious again, 5-1.
And that one's a full ace, Phreak. This one is going all Dignitas. 9,000 gold lead, teleport inside the base. They're gonna finish up that inhibitor and go for more.
This is gonna be the next, you gotta believe it. They got a whole wave. They got 20 seconds to work this one down. Dignitas fighting for their lives, and they still need help to have the rest of the games go the way they want. But today they live, today they fight, today they kill 100 Thieves.
Whoa, what a game! Dignitas, baby, racking up another win. That's gonna put them to 8.
That's the hope. We can fold the foldy sheet down. The hope of the 5 tiebreaker day is still alive. If that was your hope, that one's still there. And the possibility yet living for Dignitas. Problem is their head-to-heads don't look great against the other teams that 8 wins. They're gonna need some help. They're gonna need part of this bracket to go the right way. We'll talk about all that on the analyst desk. It is not clear sailing yet, but the hope is still alive.
Yeah, I feel like it's not clear sailing for anyone in the LCS at this moment. 100 Thieves themselves break their 7-game winning streak. They just came off of defeating Cloud9, taking them down from the first place spot. And now Dignitas with the reverse here. So it's anybody's game, Phreak. It's anybody's league.
It is anybody's league. It also guarantees the top 2 seeds are definitely Cloud9 TL. They may fight for first seed later today in a tiebreaker, but regardless, that's locked in. 100 Thieves are guaranteed to be exactly third. They'll play whoever's second across those teams. The fight for fourth, of course, still exists here. EG, FlyQuest, Dignitas, Golden Guardians. Those are 4 teams fighting for 4, 5, 6.
Yep.
Someone's getting 7th. We don't know who yet.
4 teams, 3 spots.
Yep. and a toss-up for 1, too. Yep, that is what is on the schedule today. It's going to be fun. And a cool game to see, right? So Dignitas, obviously, they team fought really well. I think we identified that pretty early on, that you're not going to out-team fight the Jinx Viktor. Indeed, the team fights all went that way. And even though 100 Thieves had gotten that early lead, the first 3 Dragons, they couldn't navigate the rest of the game.
Yeah, honestly. So many moments here that both teams have to look back and review, you know, whether you're coming out on the top or with the loss screen. So let's get right to Tigris, who's going to be interviewing FakeGod for a variety